Nomad's broken. Predator's broken. Banshee damage is broken. The division is broken. Shoot the whole game. These are all comments that you guys have heard throughout the community for the longest, probably since the dawn of my very first build that I made, which was the sticky bomb. You guys have heard OP and broken across all metas no matter what, you know what I'm saying? And then we get to the point where everybody's just like fed up with hearing it. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jesimein. What's good, squad? It's your man, you already know. Today we're talking about what makes something broken in the division. Now, in 1.8, you know, a lot of people already knew what was coming. Since we played PTS, or some of us played PTS, we already knew what was going to be considered broken before it even came out. So we've had a lot of time to think about it, ponder on it, what could be a good counter and all this stuff. So playing the live game, you know, GE event's about to end. It's going to be a pretty sad day for those who don't have these two builds. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have it already. It's already in rotation. People can see the power of it. So one thing I've been noticing is a lot of people have been focusing a lot on Predator's Mark. And Predator's Mark is a very strong build for a variety of reasons. You guys know damage-wise. And a lot of people could say it's OP and broken. But the way I think people are saying it, like it's completely overwhelmingly unstoppable, I think that's false. I can beat it with a Striker build. I can beat it with a Predator's build. And I can beat it with a Banshee build if I can get enough damage in on them. It's not like the sticky bomb meta where it was overwhelming and there's nothing you can do about it. You couldn't kill a Tactician, you couldn't stop the sticky bomb, you couldn't prevent it at any time until Final Measure came out. And it was called broken for the longest. A lot of people had a lot of things they said that was game breaking because it was like wipe a team and leave while being tanky. Predator's Mark has a flaw, and I think people are overriding that just because of the sheer power it puts out. You cannot heal yourself with Predator's Mark. That is a big flaw in the meta that you're going against other Predator's Marks and going against Nomads and going against any other build. So when people are barking that it's completely game breaking, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I already told you guys. I already knew Nomad and Predator's Mark would be dominant without a doubt. I think as far as if you're going to call them overpowered in the sense that they give a lot of freedom to a player, oh yeah, if you want to call that overpowered, yes. But if you're making it in the sense that there is no counter, it's unbelievably unstoppable, it ruins the game to the point you don't want to play it, I can't stand with you on that. You feel me? I can't agree on those terms. Yes, there are a lot of instances where it does feel like that. You feel like, man, if I go against a team of 4 Predators, it's like, why am I even trying? And there are situations that are like that. I'm not going to front that. But one thing I did notice is like people are giving up too fast on the idea that Predator can be defeated. I've showcased it in my counter video. I've 1v1 Predator builds. I fought against Predator builds with Nomad, with Striker, with Banshee. It's just how you play against them and how good the player using it is. You can't call something outrageously broken if one player really knows how to use it to the point that it's extremely good. Not every player is like that. Not every player knows how to use the build to its full potential. I've ran into shield builds who just don't use it right. I've ran into Predator's Mark builds who are cowards and they don't want to put 10 bullets in because they're too busy trying to heal themselves and survive. I've came across Nomads who don't know how to strafe and don't know how to survive even with their Nomad proc up. They just choose stupid situations to face tank. So I've seen plenty of players in the DZ that don't utilize the build to its utmost potential, and I think that's kind of common, being that a lot of people don't put in much time as the serious players. Now one thing I noticed is like a lot of solo players are intensely upset over this meta, and I feel for you. If I was a full-on solo player, which I'm not, and I mean it doesn't make me any less of a good player than any solo player or anything, but if I was a full-on solo player, let's say I just didn't like playing with people or I didn't have nobody to play with, this is a tough meta for you. It is an extremely tough meta, but you have Nomad. Nomad's your best choice. End of story. Don't try Predators if you don't want to die, and go with Nomad. You know what I'm saying? I think it is irritating for solo players, and I can understand where they come from. That makes sense. But complaining about it and being irritated about it because it's not a solo-friendly meta, I mean, you're wasting your breath because this game is tailored around groups. A solo player is never going to have a decent advantage against a 4-team, especially a 4-team of Nomad, a 4-team of Predators. I don't care what you do to any of these builds. You can take the bleed off of Predators, it's going to be a problem. You can take the healing off of Nomads, it's going to be a problem. Solo players, there is no room for dominance unless you are just extremely good and come across the good situations. I think a lot of solo players that come in my comments and they tell me like it's done for me, and I'm like, you know what, you're right, it probably is done for you because you Don't have the group mindset. You're like, I have to play alone because that makes you feel empowered for whatever reason. And I believe it. That's dope. If you can go on solo manhunts in this meta and do it, good. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even a solo player. It's possible. Is it a general thing that you're going to be used to? Is it something that you're going to have to do every single time you get on? No, there's going to be situations where going solo is stupid. You're going to get rocked. You know what I'm saying? And it's just how the meta is this time around. After all the complaints we've given on diversity and all this and that, now we finally have sets that are extremely powerful in what they do. You know what I'm saying? Predator's extremely powerful in taking people out. Nomad's extremely powerful in surviving. Striker's extremely powerful in putting out burst damage. D3 is extremely powerful in PvE situations. I haven't really gotten a PvP situation. And Banshee's extremely powerful when fighting against rogues. So everybody's calling for nerfs here, nerf this, nerf that. I hear you. There's a lot of things that are, in my opinion, could be tweaked a little bit. But the general consensus is this needs to be nerfed. And then when it gets nerfed, people complain. People say, you guys are ruining this. You took away this. Yada, yada. People complain about hipfire being too strong. They say it's too accurate. They ruined hipfire. Hipfire is gone. Don't even hipfire anymore. Now everybody's saying you ruined that. A lot of people started crying, saying that the heal meta was annoying, that there was you were able to use hexo builds. That was the only thing to use in the ADS while healing. That got taken away. Now hexo builds are trash, and you can't aim down sight and heal anymore. These things that we're calling out for, you have to understand. It's like, be careful what you wish for. If you want something changed, they're gonna wreck it into the dirt. Look at Striker before they refixed it. When people said Striker was too broken in PTS, which it was, that was 100% broken. The original version of Classified Striker was 100% broken. It was unbelievably powerful. They nerfed it and it was trash. During the PTS, it was trash. Nomad and Predator stomped on it. Then they made a smart tweak that nobody really asked for, but it worked because they knew what they were doing, and it made Striker very, very, very plausible in this meta. You know what I'm saying? So when you say something's OP, and when I say the real, like, overpowered, overtuned, it has to be definitively OP. It can't be, oh, in this one situation it's OP, and this and that. Deadeye was crucified because it was too OP from a distance. We're talking a sniper build being OP at sniping. In most games, sniping is one shot. That'll be extremely broken, and we've already went through that with Provident. We know that's broken. But a 2-shot sniper is still broken. They want people to have to hit 4 or 5 shots. In a game that you can strafe, heal, get behind comfort, rush a Deadeye, and that's it. Game over. You can't be high elevation. This game is on the floor, basically. You know what I'm saying? So you saw what happened to Deadeye with that, and people didn't learn. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened in the Sticky Bomb. That's my favorite build of all time. Imagine how I feel. My Sticky Bomb got neutered. Yeah, people say, oh, it could work now. It doesn't work now. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't work how it originally was because people said it was broken. And I'm not gonna front. I'll be the first to tell you my favorite build, but definitely by far it was ridiculously overpowered in that meta. But you cannot always say something's broken because it doesn't fit your playstyle. Solo players, it's not gonna benefit you. I'm sorry. This meta is not built for solo players. It sucks. But the whole game's mechanics are built around group play. As much as you hate it, being solo is being a rebel. You're making it harder for yourself, so you have to deal with it. You feel me? Just like I had to deal with Sticky Bombs getting removed. And then when first of all, not even when Sticky Bombs got removed. When Final Measure got introduced to nerf, basically Sticky Bombs got removed, and then people had to come in the shotgun meta. People had to come to the Hexo meta. People have to formulate into one build, period. So now that we have options that are all powerful in different ways, people are still calling for nerfs here and there until it happens. And when it happens, that's when people are going to trip out and say the game's dead because they keep ruining builds. But you got to understand, calling for nerfs on every single broken thing that you think is just because it doesn't fit you or because you got bodied by it, that is not going to fix it. You have to adapt. You have to. When Sticky Bomb and stuff left, I had to adapt. When I like Deadeye and Deadeye got nerfed, I had to adapt. When the Hexo builds and shotgun stuff came out, I had to adapt. You have to adapt to these things. And yes, it is hard. It probably will be the hardest you had to do out of all the patches. But you have to adapt with what we have. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with it. No matter what we say, it's been proven. It's not going to change anything. If this is what they want, it's going to be in the game as is. You feel me? And that's that. I just wanted to share this with you guys because that's just how I feel when it comes to this whole overpowered thing. There are things that can be tweaked, But be careful with the overpowered and broken and game-breaking terms, because it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So much love. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys see. Let me know what you guys think below. I'm really curious. What do you guys think is so broken that ruins the game? You feel me? And if you're happy, let me know too. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. Your boy is out.